The Mi 8 SE might have been overshadowed by the Mi 8 flagship or the flashy Mi 8 Explorer edition, but honestly the Mi 8 SE is the phone we have been waiting for because it looks like a perfect mid-ranger. So what are we waiting for? Let's take a quick look at the new Mi 8 SE. Hey guys, this is Rupesh from bwom.com and this here is the all-new Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. Before we take a good look at the Mi 8 SE, how about you hit the bell icon to get notified every time we post an awesome new video. Also, this video has been brought to you by the Tiki app, which lets you make cheap and high-quality international calls to any mobile number out there. I'll talk about Tiki at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about the Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. Right then, this here is the brand new Mi 8 SE. And no, it does not have a resemblance with the iPhone SE, thankfully. Anyway, I know it's not a flagship like the Mi 8 or the Mi 8 Explorer edition, but the Mi 8 SE looks like a flagship. Honestly, the first thing that came into my mind when I saw the Mi 8 SE is the fact that it's not an iPhone 10 clone like the Mi 8 is. Its sharper corners and more boxy look give it a more unique vibe. Sure, the camera placement is like the iPhone 10, but other than that, the Mi 8 SE looks unique and beautiful. The glass back and the metal frame just exude class, and I really like the gold weight color we have. In fact, we liked it so much that we got two of these. On the front, it's pretty usual with the small chin at the bottom and the notch that you can now find on every other Android smartphone. The notch, by the way, does not have the IR sensor that the Mi 8 packs, but it's also a little smaller, so that's okay, I guess. So yeah, the front of the Mi 8 SE is nothing out of the world, but the sharper corners, the overall boxy design just make it look really good. Along with the good looks, the smaller display when compared to the Mi 8 means that the phone is really compact. Honestly, I just miss the older days when I could use a phone with a single hand. And that's where I really like the Mi 8 SE. It just fits in my hand perfectly and I can use it without worrying about dropping it. Apart from that, the Mi 8 SE has the fingerprint scanner on the back, which works as you'd expect it to. There are also the usual buttons, but I like the texture on the power button, which feels nice and lets you differentiate between the power lock button and the volume rockers. Then there's the USB-C port on the bottom, and yeah, the Mi 8 SE, like the Mi 8, does not have a headphone jack or an IP rating. The lack of a headphone jack is not surprising, but it still kind of makes me sad. Having said that, I like the design on the Mi 8 SE. It's a good looking phone that's compact and feels great in the hands. I definitely like it. Another thing to like in this phone is the display. It's got a 5.88-inch AMOLED display, which is honestly awesome. Because you don't see too many mid-rangers packing an AMOLED display. Sure, there are Samsung phones with AMOLED displays, but we all know how they are. Anyway, since it's AMOLED, the Mi 8 SE display has colors that really pop. Look, I've always been a huge fan of AMOLED displays. And I'm glad Xiaomi decided to go with an AMOLED display instead of an IPS LCD on the Mi 8 SE. Even though it's a mid-ranger, so kudos to Xiaomi here. Now let's talk about the cameras on the Mi 8 SE. The phone comes with a 12 megapixel f1.9 plus 5 megapixel f2.0 dual camera setup on the back, and it's got EIS, the portrait mode and the AI camera option, which detects the scene for better quality photos. Here are some photos we have taken from the Mi 8 SE. Well, it's too early to judge the camera on the phone, but so far it does seem pretty good. I mean, just look at this photo, it's pretty great, right? Even the portrait mode seems pretty great here. So yes, things do look positive. But hey, stay tuned for our full review where we'll take a more in-depth look at the camera and even compare it to the competitors like the Nokia 7 Plus. On the video front, the Mi 8 SE can shoot 4K videos, so that's nice. And here's a video we shot. This is a 1080p video because EIS did not kick in when shooting in 4K. Anyway, it's pretty stable, right? So yeah, again, things look positive. Moving on to the front camera, the Mi 8 SE packs in a 20 megapixel f2.0 camera with portrait mode just like the Mi 8. And well, I did take some selfies and they're pretty good in good lighting, but I felt the low light photos are just okayish. Having said that, I will be testing it out more to get a better idea. Overall, the cameras on the Mi 8 SE seem promising. Honestly, there were times when I was really impressed with the cameras on this thing, especially because this is a mid-range phone. Next up, let's talk about performance. The Mi 8 SE is the first smartphone to come with the new Snapdragon 710 processor, which is the first chipset in the new 700 series of processors from Qualcomm. The octa-core Snapdragon 710 is better than the Snapdragon 660 that most mid-range phones like the Nokia 7 Plus use. it's got a dedicated AI engine, it's got a better Adreno 616 GPU, the new X15 LTE modem for faster speed, and it's also the only processor so far outside the Snapdragon 800 series to be built on a 10 nanometer process, which means better performance and more power efficiency. In fact, CPU-Z shows this as Snapdragon 845, which shows how close these processors are. We have the 6GB RAM variant of the phone here, and well, it easily beats the Nokia 7 Plus when it comes to benchmarks. Plus, the phone performs really well in real-world usage too. I mean, I've faced no hiccups so far. So yeah, Xiaomi made a great decision by going with the Snapdragon 710 for this phone, but that's not the only thing that makes this phone snappy. We have the China variant of the Mi 8 SE, and the MIUI 9.5 on this phone is just snappy. I'm pretty sure the Mi 8 SE, when it launches in India, will come with the new MIUI 10 update. So it should only get better. Anyway, MIUI 9.5 brings you the usual MIUI features along with the new full screen gestures, which I really like. There's also face unlock, which is nice. I mean, it's not as fast as the one on the Mi 8, but hey, I'll take it. All in all, it's the usual feature rich and well optimized MIUI. Lastly, there's the battery. The Mi 8 SE comes with a 3120 mAh battery, which should be good enough. Sharun in our team has been using the Mi 8 SE as his primary phone, and he says the battery is pretty good and easily gets him through the day. Plus, the phone supports fast charging. There's Quick Charge 3.0 support, which is nice but weird since the Snapdragon 710 supports the latest Quick Charge 4.0 Plus technology. So I'm not sure why Xiaomi did not go with that. Well, let's hope the global variant of the Mi 8 SE comes with it. But that was a good look at the new Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. And I'm sure that you're as impressed as I am with this phone right now. But there's one more really impressive thing about this phone. The Mi 8 SE's price starts at around 1800 yuan in China, which is around rupees 19,000. Now that is an impressive price for the phone. I mean, with the Mi 8 SE, you're getting a phone that's compact, looks premium, packs in a Super AMOLED display, the new Snapdragon 710 chipset, and has some good cameras. It's just amazing. There are rumors suggesting that the Mi 8 SE will be launched in India next month. And you know what? Xiaomi can just price it at around rupees 25,000 and well, they'll have a winner. Just think about it, the biggest competition here is the Nokia 7 Plus, which is a decent phone with Android One. But honestly, from the looks of it, the Mi 8 SE just seems like a better phone in almost all aspects. I mean, we have been asking Xiaomi to launch mid-range phones in India instead of just budget phones. And well, the Mi 8 SE looks like the Xiaomi mid-ranger we have all been waiting for. Now let's talk about Tiki, our sponsors for this video. Tiki is a calling app aimed at people who live abroad or travel a lot and want to call back home. First of all, the app is very user-friendly and making calls from the app is as easy as it gets. You can dial a number or just dial a contact, it's pretty easy. Plus, the app brings excellent voice quality and you don't need high-speed internet to make your calls. Nice. When it comes to the rates, Tiki offers cheap calling rates and you can call other Tiki users for free, which is great. You can either buy Tiki credits or earn credits through a referral program. Well, Tiki is available on Android and iOS, so you should check out Tiki from the link in the description down below. Well, those are our first impressions of the all-new Xiaomi Mi 8 SE. And so far, I really like this phone, but what do you think? Tell us your thoughts on the Mi 8 SE in the comments down below. Also, if you have any questions on the Mi 8 SE, comment below and we'll make sure to answer them in our full review, which is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends who are waiting for the Mi 8 SE. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.